Oh my! There's a feather on the table. Hello, Mr. Feather. Are you here to be reviewed today? Look, you've got a little bit of poo attached to you. No, Pidge, we don't want your feather because today we're on the table of crap without a tablecloth. Probably again. As we are doing another one of those wonderful series where I go to a charity shop with a list of letters and buy an object based on the letter. Of course, with the pandemic that's been going on, terrible pandemic that, tell you what, stay at home, wear a bloody mask, I've been struggling to actually get a hold of these objects because most of the charity shops have been, unsurprisingly, quite shut. So this is a combination of items that I have purchased recently and earlier on in the year before this all, well, went to hell, if you will. So I've got 6 lovely letters, and we're going to start with the first one.
B. Buh. Bloody hell, this guy's predictable.
B. Like the Bee movie. According to all laws of physics, there is no way that a bee should be able to fly. Thankfully, I've not acquired a copy of the Bee movie, or a bee in general, so there's no outdated memes, but this is the newest acquired object coming on this list, as I managed to pick this up yesterday, according to filming, which is the 4th of August I brought this. So B was for a box. Yes. A lovely is a very tarnished box with, I want to say pheasants or peacocks, some kind of bird on them, which is why I brought it. It's quite tarnished, so it's not silver. At best, it's EPS, but it's most likely going to be something like pewter. It has that lovely bit on the bottom that we tend to put on things, which is foreign. This is a Johnny Foreigner box with a T on it, and it appears that it's, I'm not quite sure. I'm assuming it's either been repaired or something quite horrific has happened. Who knows? And on the inside is, it's pressed metal. Very, very shiny. It's got a lovely thing, and if you take this out, then it's just horrific. So, yeah, B for box. Pretty simple, really, when you look at it. A lovely little box to start with. And, oh my, this is going to be a very short one, isn't it? Let's put... What shall we put in the box? Let's put this copy of Pokemon Pearl in the box. And this copy of Metroid Prime Hunters demo in the box. If you know about that demo, you're old. Bloody hell, that was 2004. Ugh.
C. Curly cur. Christ, didn't we have this letter last time?
So, you're watching my channel, and if you do that, you know that I have a fancy for old, cameras and camcorders and things like that. I mean, let's be fair, who doesn't? This sort of thing is awesome, and the battery's dead. Of course it is. But this is actually a bit newer than what I normally like. Obviously, doing YouTube, you can see I've got some nice lighting. It's very bright and beautiful. But in the 80s and 70s, when you're using film and other cameras, you also needed lighting and LED. So when I stumbled across this box in a charity shop, I was immediately interested because Universal Licht für Foto und Film. So Universal Light for photo and film. Camera, universal lamp for still and sign cameras. Yeah, it says in English at the bottom. The Cinema 1000L. This intrigued me because I do like using old equipment. And if we lift the lid off, nothing on the underside of the box. Oh my. It is an incredibly powerful handheld lamp. And this thing is blindingly light. It is ridiculously bright. It's very hard to comprehend how bright it is. In fact, I'll do a little test to show you, although I'm going to have to unplug my normal lighting. But yes, it is a handheld lighting rig with additional things that you can put on a tripod and connect it into. And I think some of these might be missing, but I don't know. Regardless, it's pretty damn cool if you ask me. I mean... Does that go in there? Yeah, that bit goes in there like that, and you take the handle off, or you just then put this in the tripod or on top of your camcorder, as some of them have that addition, and then plug it into the mains, and oh boy, this thing, I pointed it at my face when I first got it, and that was a mistake that I have soon come to regret. Instruction manual in German. I assume, yeah, distance in feet. There we go, actually. It's German and English. Distance in feet. So I don't know what any of this means. But it was made in West Germany, which means this is going to be pre-1980. Is it 80, 80 or 86? Let's say 88. And there's lots. Here we go. English on this side. And blah, 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 blah. Replacing a tube, absolutely necessary. Plug in. Don't change the bulb when it's plugged in. But that's not what you're interested in. You want to see how bright this thing is. Let's regret our life choices. So, there we go. We turn all the lighting off. And I want to look at... oh, where is he? Oh, no. Where's blooming Officer Mustache? I put him down somewhere and lost him. Damn you, Officer Mustache. We're just going to have to look at something else. So I want to focus on this very beat-up car because I want to see all the detail on the top. But it's quite dark in here, isn't it? Yes. Well... oh, it is literally... I don't think it translates quite so well on camera. But it is blindingly bright. It is insanely bright. It does say do not touch the light during the operation as the reflector comes very hot. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh my God, that burns. This is incredibly bright. Honestly, I have no doubt that if I touched the bowl, which I'm not going to point towards the camera, I just looked at it, I would probably get a very severe burn. And even touching these reflectors, which I think are meant to reflect the heat away from users. Oh goodness gracious, I'm going to turn that off. But even if I were to close the reflectors, which thankfully aren't too hot, and turn it on, it's not as bright, but it's still incredibly bright. And there is my mother. So I'm going to end this segment. This is a very, very bright light. My mother agreed that this is a very, very bright light. And, oh God. It's been about 10 minutes and it's still warm. Lukewarm, but warm to the touch. And it only costs £5, which is really, really good. This is a piece of equipment that I'm going to have to use at some point. In some of my old video production, it's even got a screw point for a tripod. God, I love old stuff. But I want to know where Officer Mustache is. Oh, okay. How did I miss him? Sorry, Officer Mustache. It appears that you have been let down by my inability to spot you, but you exist. Good, Officer Mustache. Good, Officer Mustache.
D. Duh. Damn, B, C, and D in one video? What's he bloody thinking?
Bit of a simple one, this. You see, I can hold it in my hand, and it's something green, and it's approaching you. And wait, what's that? Is that a notification on your phone? Are you not keeping up with your Duolingo streak? The Duolingo owl. He's rather cross with you. He wants to speak to you. He wants to know why you're not keeping up with your streak. He's had enough of your shit. Keep up with your streak and learn your foreign language. Please.
L. L. Something witty to do with L that I can't think of right now.
Flickering light. I'm going to have to experiment with that. But what would you get for L? L. Well, we've had B, and we've had C, and I don't know my alphabet, but that's not important because for L we have Obi-Wan Kenobi's lightsaber from Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. Now, this is not the only Obi-Wan Kenobi lightsaber I own. As you may know, if you've watched my, I think it's 100 sub special, it's another Obi-Wan Kenobi lightsaber. Shows up quickly before I attempt to eat Pidge. But that lightsaber is now broken, mainly because the battery's corroded. Bloody batteries. But yes, there is the Obi-Wan Kenobi in his days before he go. Hello there. And here is a small child who is very dusty with bird dust, looking like Obi-Wan Kenobi if Obi-Wan Kenobi was a small child who doesn't know how to look cool. Energy hum. Charge up sound. Contact activated battle clash sound. £2. Cents. Bric-a-brac. Figures. That one was popular and definitely came back. Oh, it's Tommy. I didn't realise that. Right, okay. Enough looking at this. Yes, Pidge, you're a bird. Now, I don't know if this works. I haven't actually had it out of the box. Oh, but just in case, we really do care. If you have any questions, please call this number, which is probably disconnected, or write, including name, address, and phone number, to Hasbro Incorporated Customer Services, P.O. Box 200, Pawtucket, RA 02862-0200. I hope nobody does that. I'm sure nobody will, because I'm not a popular YouTuber. Ooh. Now this is obviously used. It's quite beaten. It's I have it out of the box. I've had this for a while. That's what I've been accumulating for this episode for quite a long time. In fact, it was before the rise of Skywalker. As when I was in the charity shop, somebody said very excitedly, "The new Star Wars movie is coming out," and I was just like, "Yes, I'm going to go buy this now." It's a lightsaber. Now, this is what we refer to when we were young. These are the lightsabers I used to play with. And my friends had them. I never had one. It feels quite nice in the hand, but this is a cheap lightsaber, mainly because it's always got that bit sticking out at the end. Now, on the other ones, you could put the whole thing in, you press it, there was a spring-loaded mechanism, there's a button here, and it would all leap out, and then you could be like, and then you'd win the war, and you'd be a good Jedi or a Sith Lord or something. Right, where are the instructions? Right, so you unscrew it as such. This is how you access the Kyber crystal in a lightsaber. It appears to take D cell. Conveniently, lots of batteries. So I think, not those ones, so it's C cells. Here we go. Here's one. Don't know what this is from. Every other battery seems to be Kodak, and that one is just not. So what is it? It's 2 C cells by the looks of it. In they go, and we screw that back on. I said we screw that back on. Go away, fly. No one likes you. Open it. We're going to push a button. Oh, hang on. This is the second time we turned the lights off here. Whoa, listen to the hum. So it has a room, which I can't activate, and if you hit yourself... Okay, that hurts. What the fuck was that? Okay. It is a lightsaber belonging to the Master, Obi-Wan Kenobi, who of course is an apprentice here, and it's actually in quite nice condition. So much so that I'm going to make sure that it doesn't corrode like the other one. There we go. Now it can go back in its box forever and never be touched again. I love my house. It's full of crap like this. Help me.
N. Nuh. Nice crap-filled house there, buddy.
Now, N was one that I was kind of struggling to fill out. I mean, there's lots of things you could have with N, like a new phone case, which would have been boring. But this isn't the newest item. This is the second newest item, as I also brought this yesterday, just before I brought the other box. But yes, this is our N today for Adventures in Neopia. I always thought it was Neotopia, but it's Neopia, apparently. And it is a board game from Milton Bradley with all of the Neopets that you like Club Penguin, Furry, Animorph, and that one guy who likes to dress up in armor is probably quite racist. Yes, it's a game. There's Step into the world of Neopia. I also thought it was Neotopia. What's a Neotopia? Now you can experience the magical virtual world of Neopia in this exciting, fun-filled board game. Pick a Neopet, race around the game board and play the mini-action games. Play Grundo Snow Throw, which was always terrible, and take your best shot against a Grundo. You earn 500 Neo points. Wow, if you knock one over. You can even spin to win on the Wheel of Excitement or try your luck in the Poogle races. Hasbro, Milton Bradley. Very contradictory. I said I got this home yesterday. I opened it up. I looked at it because it is actually a game I probably play. And from what I gathered on a very quick explanatory look at it, they're all coins and stuff. it does appear that everything is actually here, which is kind of rare for this board game because there's so many blooming pieces that it's quite uncommon for everything to be here. So I'm going to have to sit down and actually count everything. Look, this is a target for your BB gun for when you get bored, and that's my stomach. I'm fat. And we'll just have a quick look at the game board itself. You can go around Neopia. Yeah, here it is. You can go to the you start up here and start here. You can go to the tree and you can cut it down, and then you can get attacked by, you can't even see this, you can get attacked by evil penguins who want to steal in a snowman who's lost all of his money. And then you can go down here and you can see the probably quite racist stereotype right there, which is still in the game, Tombola, and you can have a pirate lizard, and they're pretty cool. And then you can go over here and you can have Ultimate Bullseye with a guy who most definitely did not make that shot, and the corpse down here, that is what he probably shot. Zelda Fairy, quite out of line here, and then you can go up the top and you can have a tug of war that somehow this small thing is defeating this giant elephant and whatever the hell that is. And then you can go to the money tree in the middle and basically get free money. We like free money. I want some free money. Why won't anybody give me free money? Well, if you like, comment, subscribe, maybe I'll get free money from YouTube. We know that's never going to happen. I'm a shitty little channel with 459 subs at the time of this recording. Whoop woo!
T. Thank goodness this is the last one.
T. Now this one is cheating a little bit, I won't lie, because this is actually 3 objects. And it's not the object itself, it's more the name. Because I have a Texas Instruments calculator, the T130. Or how about the Telex electronic calculator, model L0830. Or how about the Telex pocket calculator LC108. Yes, that's a lot of T's that we've got, I'm afraid. And they're all calculators, really. Nothing particularly special about them. I mean, this is probably the newest one, I think. Brought in different charity shops. It's got lots of buttons and it works, so we can be childish and put boob in. You see? Boob. Now my video will be demonetized, but it's not like I make any money doing these anyway. Or we could open this and ruin its beautiful packaging. Yes, I wonder if this calculator will work, having been in the box for so many years. This is probably a rare and exuberant calculator. Many people are crying at the thought that I've just ruined it by opening it from its packaging. It is released. It feels bloody awful. Auto power off. Oh. Oh, that's an old battery. Oh boy. Caution, may explode or leak if recharged, inserted improperly or disposed of in fire. Do not open battery. That's a very weird nod. Now, I do conveniently have some batteries here, so let's see if this still works. Oh, it does. Oh, there you go then. This calculator survived it. So the only main question is, what does boob look like on a calculator like this? It looks like boob. Well, if you need a calculator, I've got a calculator. But of course, these are the boring ones. I'm going to put that battery over there, where it's never going to explode. Because the real one, which is the first one I brought, I think late last year to be fair, is this Telex electronic calculator. Because this is barely old. This is the oldest of the lot for certain. Yes, please. This calculator is also well used, I believe. If you look at the back, you can see its serial number is just gone. Yes, now we've got a little instruction manual. The Pocket Electronic Calculator Instruction Manual, model L blah 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 blah. And it is basically just a bunch of calculation examples and some features. 4 basic arithmetic functions, 9-digit LED display screen, floating decimal point, floating minus sign for negative number, auto squaring, and long battery life. What kind of battery does it take? The kind that you put in your fire alarm. If you haven't got a fire alarm in your house, put a fire alarm in your house, you silly, silly people. And yes, it does work. It's saying eel for some reason. That's probably not good. There we go. So we've reset it. Now I'm going to put 8008. And that's what a boob looked like in the 1970s and early 80s. I tell you, very interesting. I actually really like this calculator, this aesthetic. If I worked in an office, this is probably the calculator I'd have on my desk just because it is a classic. And out of all the calculators, this is probably the only one that I'm going to be keeping. It also does not have an automatic function down button. It's very nice, though. So yes, T for Telex and Texas Instrument Calculator. It's cheating. I don't care. It's my channel. I can do what I want.
Now I'm just going to talk at you for a bit. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, please. Please.
And so there we have it. That's everything to go through the charity shops today. Quite an interesting selection of things that I've managed to acquire. And for the last episode, of course, Mr. France98 is still around. And I'm still using him to annoy Pidge greatly. So you can just stand there very awkwardly and pretend you're involved in this episode when you're really not. But yeah, I actually quite like almost everything that's come out of this episode. Last episode was a bit but this one has come up with some really good stuff. I particularly like this calculator. I like this box. I'm going to see if I can polish it up and make it look nice, but I just like it because that Duolingo Owl is just awesome. It's like literally the kind of thing I take around and take photos of, just in weird places. I've seen this board game before and I've actually wanted to try it, so now I can play it. And this is a fantastic piece of kit for my recording on old technology, which is one of my hobbies that I don't share here much because I don't do much of it. And of course the lightsaber is great. If I was to pick the most useful thing, it's going to be that. Or that, you know, but if I was to pick my favourite thing that's come out of this episode, well, I'm afraid it would have to be this battery, which is probably 1,000,000 years old and will explode the moment that I put it close to the camera. It does actually look quite distended and I should probably stop putting this around. I'm going to put it in the box. How do you come, you two? There you go, you can live in there now as a consistent reminder of this episode. But yes, if you did like this, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you think. This is a series I want to keep doing. It just takes genuinely quite a lot of effort to do it, especially in the current circumstances that the world finds itself in. But I will carry on doing the best of my ability. So I will see you guys next time. And if you ever have the chance, don't ever look directly into the light. Otherwise, the Duolingo Owl will write the word boob on the calculator before sacrificing the battery to the elder gods, which causes the lightsaber to fly up and stab you in the chest and murder you. So yeah, don't look in the light. It's actually dangerous. Officer Moustache says so.